Hello, everybody. Hey, I want to say this. I'm going to give legal advice as this. I see people in different states protesting the murders of each individual black person. So, for example, one little 3-year-old gets murdered, they're protesting for that one little 3-year-old. Antoine then got murdered, and you're protesting for Antoine. Why don't y'all protest for the overall category? I know some other people out there can think outside the box. We cannot continue for the next 5, 6, 7 years. We can't continue for the next 5, 6, 7 minutes protesting each individual murder. When y'all go to DC, you have to protest a big category. So I have yet to see and hear the protests from black people going to DC protesting being murdered or assassinated by the KKK. I haven't heard or seen anything like that. People have been going to DC recently to protest one specific murder or Muslims getting assassinated in a church in a whole nother country that is not the United States of America. We ain't going over there murdering folks in that country, so it's not Americans. Americans, for a change, need to be concerned about American issues. That means that black Americans need to come together, and when they go to DC to march on DC or to protest in DC, because that's really what it is, and to speak about it, you need to say African Americans as a whole are being murdered by KKK and motherfucking haters or whoever else is motherfucking murdering folks, police. And you want it to end. You want to bring it to an end. You want it to stop. Look, this is what I said when I was in DC on the ballot in front of the council. I said I will not continue to let the murder of black folks go on in the United States of America. Look, if you didn't vote for me, I don't care. That's your problem. But look, black people as a whole, African Americans as a whole, need to come together. And when you go to protest in DC, that's what you need to say. You don't need to continue to make songs about every individual. We got songs about Mike. We got songs about Antoine already. We got songs about Trayvon. Each individual one, I understand that's one particular story. But when are y'all going to come together and think outside the box and get one big protest together? We can get a bunch of African Americans out there and just say, we're tired of being murdered by the KKK. Look, y'all, African Americans are the dominant people in America. Cherokees are the dominant people in America. And y'all need to go over there, and that's what you need to say. I done already did it. Y'all can't let me stand alone. I done already did it. And I did it in a legal contract position. Now that the contract is up, somebody else has to continue that. So that means when you come to my office and you're complaining about, and you're worried about black people's lives and the extension of their lives in America, you need to, 1, be doing something about it. 2, consider what the change is. 3, be loud about it. Get you an attorney, talk to the folks, and see what you can do. But what Octavia will not do is I will not continue to protest every single individual murder. I can't do that. I didn't protest when Martin Luther King got murdered. I didn't protest when Malcolm X got murdered. I didn't protest when these folks then got murdered. I didn't, because I had one big voice that protested the murders of all our black Cherokees, of all our black Americans, African Americans, whatever you want to call yourselves these days. You're really African Americans. I'm Cherokee, so I can say that. You hear me? But when you go to DC, that's what you need to be protesting all together. I understand where you're coming from still. I understand. But that's why black folks are out there losing those cases. That's why Trayvon Martin lost their case. That's why Anton Rose and the family, that's why they lost their case. These people that are getting behind you and saying they're rallying behind you, they're only hurting you. If they're going to rally behind one, they need to rally behind all of them for the lives of all of our people. All right? I love y'all. And I just said it time and time again. I love y'all. Nobody can take the love that I have for my people away. Nobody, not even my people. Even when I get an attitude sometimes and I'm like, I can't stand black folks. Man, that don't mean I'm really telling the truth. It just means I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? So look, what y'all need to do is what I just said. Y'all need to go to DC, protest on DC, march on DC, whatever you want to call it these days. I call it protest on DC. But go over there and tell them you tired of the KKK doing that, especially when we got white folks, non-black people coming on TV saying the KKK ain't a problem in America. And y'all know, both of us watch TV. Y'all know good and well the KKK attempted murder on Barack Obama during his presidency. Twice. Not once, but twice. And who was there? Me. Because I have to rally behind even him. And he got a whole team of Secret Service. But them folks wasn't doing what Octavia was doing. You hear me? Y'all gotta protest. Y'all have to keep your voice. You have to speak on it. And you do have to continue to let it be your solve. The problems that you solve. All right? I was in that position for however long I was in that position. And I'm going to always be an attorney. So the fact is, y'all have to go and y'all have to speak to that. But don't stop. Don't think every time something happens, you have to run to DC. Don't think that. Every time something happens, you can do something right there in your state. You can do something right there in the state that you're in. You don't have to always run to DC. But if you want to get the attention of the head honchos, then run to DC. Do that. But you can protest in the state right where you're at. You just have to protest on the right person's lawn. All right, y'all. I'm going to tell you again, I love y'all. I more than love y'all. I murr my people. I definitely murr my man. And murr to me is more than love. All right? That's more than love.